I've been told to make a video for the upcoming freshmen. Everyone else is doing it on slides, and I would like to do it on a video format. So, what I like to do is to interview a bunch of people. This is how it went. But first, we need to start off with introductions. My name is Jesra Sanchez. This is me in an assembly. This is me dancing with a mop. This is me at a bus. This is me posing in front of plants. This is me at a crawfish event. And this is me taking a selfie. Would you look at me then? Would you look at me now? Also, could you tell that I'm doing some slides? I would also like to add that half of the interviews here were kind of like gone and don't exist anymore because my iCloud storage was full. So the only full one I have is the one where I interviewed college students, but even then it still kept cutting out. But even with that, I hope you enjoy.
Are you recording right now? Yeah.
I'm here with...
I'm on microphone. Sorry. You were Gannon.
Leilani Casiano.
Aramis Reeves.
And
Christina Easily. I'm Jalen. Hi.
what is one advice you would give for the upcoming freshmen? Basically, the do's and don'ts, or just something you would like to say. What do you think the do's and don'ts are for, like, when
Do your work.
I suggest do Miss Landry's work first.
No relationship. Don't do that. Do not do that.
You're coming to this campus as young adults. I won't give you adults yet because it's very hard to be an adult. But as the rules go, you should do your best to, behave, be mindful of the environment. Find you some college students, not in an annoying way, but if you just try find a club or something and talk to people. You can find people and role models to inspire you to be better people and show you the ropes and mentor you on what this college experience is, because it's not hard for the most part.
Oh no, it's definitely
It's
gonna
stressful.
be hard.
Stressful is not hard.
It's just
Stressful.
Yeah, it's very stressful.
Not hard. Stressful.
It's time
really
consuming. It's stressful.
You gotta learn time management, dedication. That's about it.
do you guys think of the high school students over here? Like, when you look at them, or like whenever I come up to you guys, what do you think? Like, how immature do you guys think we are?
I'll go first. How do I put this? So how I see the high schoolers and how I see you are completely different. Like, I see you as just minor, because like I know, what, really? It's a marker.
It's a microphone.
I see him and I think minor, just because I know him from like art club. I see the high schoolers and it's just a completely different thought process. Like, I don't think that they are held to the same standards as we are, even though they come to the same campus we do, which was first a college campus before it was ever Spring Early College. So I think they definitely lack the standards that we are held to, and they need to be held more responsible and more accountable and be more respectful in the halls and mind what they're doing on campus, just in general. I don't think it was a good idea to mix a bunch of adults with a bunch of high schoolers, minors. So that's just my opinion. So I personally don't like them. But I do like the fact that they are trying to better their future and get a head start on college. I do like that. I just think they should have their own separate building. And if they have to be here with us, I think they should be held to the same standards, same responsibilities and stuff like that.
I second that notion.
That one's fine.
This young man right here, I don't know how. I swear, if he was anything like what the normal early spring college program students are, I would say, oh no, here comes loud, annoying. They still have. It's almost like, what are you in high school right now?
What do you mean?
What is your grade? Like, are you a freshman?
Freshman.
Okay, so yeah, it 100% feels like freshman, and I feel like that's not a good thing. I feel like maybe the program should be moved back to at least sophomores or juniors, because dealing with freshmen in an environment like this, freshmen are fresh out of like, was it middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fresh out of middle school, so you know they're still on that. It's recess. So we're gonna go outside, and in the areas that they're literally incapable of being held to the standards, like she says. And so, rather than trying to get a child to go straight to being an adult, it's definitely something you get laddered down the line. So I think maybe the program should be moved back. It's a great program. Don't get me wrong. Meeting somebody like him
Gives us hope.
not only gives us hope, but I feel like if there was anyone close to like him and they met us, they would turn out more adultish and less in that whole like, oh, we're at school. School's still like a game to you at high school freshman year. What I think of them, you know, they definitely need some work. There's not enough people monitoring them, or the idea behind the program should definitely be, hey, you're going to be an adult. Surprise.
Hi, this is the end of the video, and it was fun interviewing all these different people. It wasn't required, but I wanted to. But the thing that was required was answering a bunch of questions from our amazing teacher, Miss Ricardo. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer them right now, and then give some advice of my own. What are some things you wish you had known before the start of your 9th grade year? Some things that I wish I did know was that you will find people who have the same interests as you. Normally in middle school, and I asked this question to Gannon earlier, but normally there are a lot of things in middle school that are deemed as weird. And you might think that they're weird in middle school, but like now that you're in high school, they are probably not as weird as you think. I also wish I had known not to judge people so quickly, because then they'll just, you know, they'll be completely different from what you think that they are. So that is one thing I wish I knew before the start of 9th grade year, because there are so many things that I hid that interested me, because I was so used to hiding them in middle school. But yeah, you know, definitely show your interest. Not, you know, going up to a pedestal and be like, oh, I like this and this and that. But, you know, I guess identify the people who are interested in the same thing as you are. But yeah, don't be nervous to talk to people either. Advice for future Avid 1 students. My advice, take advantage of the class time that is given to you during Avid. So obviously do the work that Miss Ricardo gives you, but also do the work once you're done with the work she gives you, to do work for other teachers, because otherwise you're just gonna sit there and do absolutely nothing on your phone or doing whatever, which, you know, is fun, but it's not worth it, because that's time given to you so you can, you know, catch up. Take advantage of that time and do your work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Another question is advice for specific classes / teachers. I know Leilani said this earlier, but it is kind of true. Definitely do Miss Landry's work first, because Miss Landry, you know, she's nice, but like she gives a lot of work, and she's definitely the most hardworking, and even the teachers identify that as well. But definitely do Miss Landry's work first, because one, it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot, and two, if you get that out of the way, you're gonna be able to do other classes work. You know, have more time for that, because once you're doing other classes work, you know, you're gonna start thinking like, oh, the Miss Landry's work is due tomorrow, and I haven't even like, you know, close to finishing it. So definitely do Miss Landry's work first. It can be time consuming, but it definitely is worth it to get it out of the way first. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So the final question says, what advice for future freshmen on how to survive 9th grade year? My advice, just be yourself. As cringeworthy as that sounds, it is true. I know a lot of people had to put on like a different, not too much different persona, but like act different from how they are in school and they are at home, which is almost everyone. But even then, it was most prominent in middle school. But now you don't have to do it that much, because since it's a small school, a lot of people know each other, like to a high degree. And because of that, it's more of like a closer community. And your interests are going to be shown. And you definitely want to hang out with people who have the same interests as you, because otherwise you're just going to be sitting there alone or sitting with a group that you're not really comfortable with and talking about things that you don't like or just like are not interested in. But yeah, there's definitely going to be people who have the same interests as you, who have the same hobbies as you, and who are genuinely accepting. And you know, just don't freak out. Another piece of advice would be, you know, this might sound harsh, and it kind of is, but for the future freshmen who are just starting out, no one is going to care about you in the beginning of the school year. What I mean by that is not the teachers. The teachers are definitely going to be, you know, pushing you to do your best. But I'm talking about the students themselves. What I mean by that is they're not going to judge you for a little thing you do. Like, let's say you make a little mistake that you think everyone's going to be like thinking about because you did it. Chances are somebody else has already made that mistake. Definitely don't freak out about being like, oh my God, they're looking at me weird and it's this and this and this and that. No, just don't worry about that and relax. You know, people don't know each other and they're in the exact same situation as you. They're still talking to people, and I highly recommend talking to a lot of people, especially college students. Just like Aramis said, it's better to form relationships with teachers, students, professors, and even college students, because they're accepting as well. So now that I have all of that out of the way, I do want to give some last words here. Like I said, the community here and like how high school is a good, you know, it's good. You know, the people here are genuinely welcoming and genuinely nice. You know, you might find some few bad apples, but it's not going to be everywhere. You know, it's maybe like one or two every once in a while. But even then, you know, the good people are always around. And don't be afraid to talk to people, and don't be afraid to, you know, pull others, you know, when they're feeling down. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say. That's my advice. But yeah, don't be quick to judge people, because you never know how they turn out. Maybe they could be your best friend. One final thing before I go, I would like to give a shout out to the cameraman. I don't know his name, so I'm gonna just call him Bob. He was a cameraman for the college students interview, but he was genuinely a cool dude. So yeah, like I said, this is the end of the video. Hopefully I get a good grade on this, and I don't know, maybe I'll post this video like for real, because you know, I would totally love for other freshmen to check this video out, even like people outside of SECA, because a lot of this applies, even the video from Natal's Lame. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really have. Thank you. Bye. This is so dumb.